Dude, we're back.
I love it. I'm so happy to be here. A lot of things didn't go the boys' way this year.
What's the video?
Look at us. Look at us. Huh? Who would have thought?
Hey, who would have thought?
Not me.
Cameron Jordan is calling in.
I can put full weight on it. I can legit walk.
Yeah.
I can walk backwards, walk forwards. I'm doing balancing stuff on it now. It's super like a positive feeling to be able to feel myself getting better every single day. Things haven't been so hot for the boy either.
How my role has shifted. How do I make the most of this next role?
We've said it since day one. When you're on the bus, ebbs and flows, yin and yang. Shit's gonna go down, shit's gonna go up.
Obi-Wan Kenobi, Arthur Wan Kenobi, and they have little rat tails hanging from their head.
And I've never seen so many ex-football players on The Bachelorette also.
Oh, should I file for The Bachelorette?
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, our first Zoom on the bus goes to no one other than Mr. Cameron Jordan.
We got to figure out a way to collaborate or do something.
This off season, you know, when we quote unquote ain't got much going on, I was gonna go on.
This episode of Bussin with the Boys, is presented by Barstool Sports.
Somebody once told me the
I like the sweater piece. That's the first time I've ever laid eyes on it in real life.
Same.
It's nice.
Already got a little
It's handsome.
waffle stain on
That's
it.
disgusting.
Waffle, you know how she is.
I know. Out there just staring at you.
Dude, we're back.
I love it. I'm so happy to be here. We got about an hour and a half,
That's fine.
and then
Perfect.
I'm fucked.
Perfect. Why? What do you got?
We got like a ticking time bomb of pills inside me. And then eventually, dude, I'm going to be, at the end of this podcast, I'll let it be like this. Yeah, I know, definitely. I'll be dying, dude.
Well, welcome to Bussin with the Boys.
We're here. Are we doing it? We're started?
Presented by Barstool Sports.
By Barstool Sports. Are we rolling? Fuck yeah, dudes. Hey, first off, round of applause to the boys. It's good to see each and every one of you. It's been a long, trying 2020. A very long and trying. A lot of things didn't go the boys' way this year.
Hey.
Yeah.
Hey, what's the video? Hey, look at us.
Hey, who would have thought?
Not me.
Not me. Dude, fucking, I mean, I guess I'll just tell my news and you tell your news. We already know the news, but like I tore my ACL.
We did an ACL
So I'm
podcast.
not playing. I know, but the boys also got some news. Not on
The boy
not on the
got
active roster
cut.
anymore. Dude, like the expectations of what this year was supposed to be.
You can't win them all.
Can't win them all, dude. 2020 has been an L.
2020. I still spin it as a big W. I think we're having a big W. I know we're struggling, but I'm a glass half full always kind of guy.
When we started this season, you literally looked at me and said, "This is gonna be the best year of our entire life." You actually said that to me. And I go, man, imagine if we sat here like 2 weeks from now and just be like, fuck, remember when we thought this was gonna be the best year of It didn't take 2 weeks, it took 7 weeks.
Yeah. Every week we started off undefeated 1-0, 2-0, 3-0, 4-0, 5-0. And every week I'd be at practice with Taylor and I'd be standing there, I look at it and go, hey, best year of our lives.
Best year of our lives.
So I was like, we're gonna, we still are gonna win the Super Bowl, but it's like we're gonna win the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
We're gonna just have the greatest. You're gonna go to the Pro Bowl. Like I'm gonna go to the Pro Bowl.
We're both gonna go to the
with
Pro
you.
Bowl. 1 + 1 = us.
Yeah.
Yes,
You're
dude.
gonna invite me to the Pro Bowl.
I'm gonna
go.
take you with me, dude. Fuck. And then look at us. And I had this flabby piece of atrophied meat, dude, just sitting on top of this table.
Yeah, like they can't get any smaller.
What's that?
They can't get any smaller.
They did. My legs are way smaller. Yeah. I mean, I won't really show you. Check all the shit Anna did. You saw my story.
What is that? The rock tape?
The rock tape for a little more
Blood
I got
flow?
but hey, a little couple updates though, because I know we have a schedule. Fucking, I kind of like when we have schedules. I also hate when we have schedules.
It's just topics. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's like we have the current
yeah.
events, which we can't wait to talk
I
about. The
cannot wait to talk
Bachelorette.
about that,
the
dude.
Bachelorette. ACL talk.
And I'm super fired up because I thought the Bachelorette was on Thursdays. I thought we were gonna miss out on the game.
How
I was
hype
gonna
are
not
you?
watch the Titans game to watch the Bachelorette.
How hype were you when I called you? I was like, yo, it's on tonight.
So stoked. And we'll get to it.
We'll
Here
get
we
to
go
it. We'll
again.
get to
We
it. We'll
always
get to
do
it.
that.
We'll get to it.
We always do that. Dude, I can get full extension. When I'm at resting, I'm resting the same past flexion as this, which is a big deal for those of you who don't know the ACL.
Yeah, people don't understand. So
the
explain
ACL,
the
like
flexion.
the extension, that's my fingers, my knee. All right. Bend, flexion, or no, straight.
Something like that.
Straight, right?
Either way,
Right.
straight.
Straight. Extension, shut up, boss. Fucking Veterans Day. This guy just wants to speak at a turn, dude. Hey, happy Veterans Day, though. Thank you for everything you've done for us. So when I'm in extension, I'm getting like the overextension that you're supposed to get with the leg, that you don't even flex the quad and it goes up.
What overextension degree are you supposed to have that's like normal or healthy?
This leg is -7. This one's -6. So I'm like,
oh, so you're already almost.
I'm there.
So you can play.
No. I go out there right now.
Oh, so you can play.
Get tossed around like fuck. See, that's why I can't play right now. I'm a little soft, dude. Hit my funny bone. But I can get my knee bent. They said don't go past 90 today. We'll hit 100 degrees bent. So I'm kind of, I'm a little bit.
So you're ahead of schedule.
I'm fucking blowing myself right now. I'm ahead of schedule. Big time.
We're going to get into the ACL. We got ACL. We, of course, get to talk about the practice squad. Cameron Jordan is calling in.
Cameron Jordan's calling in.
We're going to get to Zoom the boy. Truss Levelz.
Yeah, we'll figure out why they started a podcast, what gave them the balls to finally start a podcast while playing.
Right.
You know,
we'll ask them about the grind
last year
of
this time, there was only one group of people that had a podcast of active football players.
True.
In the entire world.
Right. We're going to stay humble.
Yeah.
We're humble.
Well, I'm not saying it was us. I'm saying there was only one, though.
I'm not going to say we carried the torch.
No.
But we were holding a stick that's on fire. Yeah, yes. We're holding a stick that's on fire on top.
Yeah, no question. No question.
Oh.
Man, so it's a big deal. So you said the schedule.
I wanted to say what's to come so people can get all antsy.
Kind of get excited.
But before we, get into it,
yeah,
we gotta do an ad read for our partners at Chevy. Okay. Now we're good.
Ad read for Chevy?
Yeah.
I'm about to burn my truck, dude.
So then
I'm all in for Chevy, boys. I'm all in for Chevy, dude. Let's go.
So when we get done doing we'll do the Chevy ad read afterwards.
Hey, Chevy.
And then that'll go into the deal.
That's a big deal.
That's a big deal.
That's a big deal.
We got to do well.
Yeah.
We will.
We always do.
We got to come up with some even though they're not asking for it, we're going to overdo it. We're going to show them, hey, you need to stay with the boys.
We care. Maybe Jerry can come out. Maybe Jerry.
We can have Jerry come out.
An American-made car. Sits there in his Chevrolet.
We'll maybe have Jerry do the Manscaped ad read.
All right. He's a little sad right now, so you have to be cautious around him. He's different.
We'll get there. We go. How's your mental, Jerry? I like how you knew that. I didn't have that one written. Good job, Alex.
Thank you, Alex. Good job.
I forgot about the Jerry.
That's good work. Highs and lows. Are we doing the podcast right now? What are we doing?
All I was basically saying is
you said the schedule, and now I was in the middle of doing that part, which is number one.
Right, that's going to be in the show. That's now
we're already doing the show.
But we did the Chevy ad.
Hey, we're rusty.
Hey. So when I said this from our partners at Chevy, it stops. They do the little door noise, then the Chevy ad read comes in that we're going to do later.
Okay.
And then they drop the hook, and now we're in the episode. So we're
in the episode 1.
3, 2, 1.
Yeah. Yeah, Chevy. Good work, Chevy.
Yeah.
Way to fucking come through for the boys. Throw a little bit of change in our pockets, but also, I mean, Chevrolet is like the number top 3 American-made vehicles in the entire world.
Number 1.
They are. Hey, they're top 3. They're podium every time. They're podium every fucking time.
Number 1.
They're number 1.
Yeah, they're number 1.
You know what's a sleeper?
Don't fact check. Number 1. Bussin with the boys. They're number 1.
You know this bus is actually a Chevrolet.
Yes.
The Chevy Bluebird. It's a 74 Bluebird Chevy.
Say that again.
The 74 Bluebird Chevrolet. The 74 Bluebird Chevrolet. Sorry, Will was trying to tell me to look into a camera. Hey, we're rusty.
We're back, dude.
We're fucking rusty, though.
But it's fun.
It's all right, dude. We're moving as well as my knee is right now. We're just going to keep this fucking thing going. Hopefully in 9 months, we'll be all right.
A year ago, when we were this rusty, we would have been kind of stressed or nervous. Like, is this going to suck?
Now it's like, fuck it.
Yeah.
It is what it is.
Yes.
You think Big Truss Levelz or whatever what's the name of his podcast?
Truss Levelz.
Truss Levelz.
Truss Levelz.
Is it with an S or with a Z?
2 S's.
Truss.
Big
Levelz.
Truss.
Big Truss.
Yeah. They do a solid job.
We'll have to talk to them, and then it's him and Mark Ingram, right? Two separate teams, but they play together at the Saints.
Right.
Yeah.
And remember, Mark stood up, Truss level, woo woo, all that stuff.
MVP.
I'm about that. Big Truss. Woo woo. Lamar Jackson in the flesh.
Right.
Remember Tajay Sharps?
Yeah, see me.
Doing Derrick Henry.
Yeah.
After we beat them in the divisional round.
You guys got to beat them.
After we beat them. Oh, yeah, you weren't on the team.
I know.
I legit thought. Literally, I think my whole career we played together.
Like in your mind?
In my rookie year, we played together.
Like in your mind, it's like, remember the AFC Championship?
Yeah. 100%.
And I'm like,
well, because when we were in the AFC Championship, you and I were talking a lot. Because you were at home.
Oh, no.
Over
the boys were at Acme throwing a banger
parties for the boys. How do you think the Raiders felt about that? Like, you literally went from selling out for the Raiders, loving the Raiders up, and then like as soon as the season ended, you're like, all right, deuces, cruise to Nashville.
I'm wearing a jersey.
And now you're like wearing a fucking, you're selling out for the Titans.
I don't know. Like I tried to give them some perspective, like when I was there, because they were mad, or they weren't mad, but I got some looks when I was really late getting back to the locker room after doing that jersey swap.
Oh, like, you got some looks?
Boys. Oh yeah, even the next week,
The team,
guys, subtle
players,
little
the
jokes.
coaches.
A couple players said some jokes to me.
Like which
next
ones?
week.
Incognito.
Yeah,
he said something to you.
Oh, the boys.
Oh, look at me, I'm not part of the boys
I'm like,
now.
you were cool. I'm like, you were cool with it when I got here, talking about for the boys, but then
Yeah, that's the fun thing about Richie is you don't know who you're getting. You know what I'm saying? It's a fun thing.
And then like
you'll go up there and you're like, we're having fun. Oh, and now we've
the
imploded.
special teams coach would say stuff to me.
Yeah,
but everybody's like, hey, we're waiting on you. Like after I got the jerseys, because I took so long after.
Did you bring the jerseys in? Were you like holding them like folded laundry?
Yeah, and and everyone's standing. Like when I came into the locker room, everyone's kind of standing there,
just looking at you like, all right.
And then Grun's like, "We good?" And they're like, "Yeah." And you're
like holding the laundry of dirty jerseys.
Yeah,
bro, that's
I put
so
the jerseys
funny.
down.
Shout out Wesley Woodyard for doing that though.
I know.
That was his
shout
idea.
out to Wes. Yeah,
I was kind of pissed off that I didn't think of that idea because it was a really good idea. It made you feel special, didn't it?
Yeah, it did. It did.
When Will and I traded jerseys, I like wrote down like some bullshit like, "Hey, I love you, buddy. Stoked for you.
I love
whatever.
you for the boys."
Yeah. Something, no bad days, big hugs, tiny kisses, 77. That was like it. And Will's like signing his jersey. He goes, "Hey, I'm going to take this with me and just, put a little more thought into it." And I was like, "Oh, okay, I'm finished." And like he met me outside.
I went to the locker room and I wrote like all over my 5. Just it covered the entire. It looked like a tattoo.
Covered the entire 5.
And I give it to Taylor and it's like all this stuff, and then he hands me his. And it's like a couple lines. I was like, "Hey, appreciate this, man."
It just shows which one of us were actually in it.
We'll have to take photos of the jerseys and give them to you, Bloss, because hey, you're big. I tell you what, your YouTube, your show, the way you've portrayed the boys, because it's not us. Josh, I know you grind. Bloss, I know you take a lot of pride in the YouTube. The YouTube show is banger, dude.
Hey, Alex is sitting back there fuming that you didn't compliment him.
Well, yeah. Alex is a barber too. I just know when I get on the phone with Bloss. I know. I'm just saying, like when I get on the phone with Bloss and he gets tight when something's just like something about the YouTube. Because sometimes I'll downplay. I'm like, I'll tell all of them. I'm like, hey, the audio is the important thing that we always got to have out. Like YouTube, it's not. I know it's awesome. Blah blah blah. And he just takes it so serious, but it is fucking awesome. And you make us look extremely good. All of you guys make us look extremely good. But that YouTube show, man, we could sit in the basement and we could just watch it. It's like, you don't even need your phone.
We actually did that one time.
Yeah.
Boys were banged up and we were like, let's throw our YouTube on, see how we do.
Yeah.
We're like, it's not too bad.
And we're sitting there and we're like, a few minutes go by and we're like 11 stuff and we're like, we kind of pause and we're like, yo, this shit is awesome.
Yeah, it's a solid little deal. So it's a good work, boss.
Yeah.
It's good work. I'll tell you who's doing a good job too. These 2 blokes right in front of you, right there, Garrett and Jack. They've done a nice job helping the boy. I've been crippled for the last couple of weeks.
Yeah, I've heard.
And they came down to Florida with me. They've been loving on me. They've been driving me places. Jack's lived here his entire life. Has no idea how to get around this town. Really doesn't know a fucking direction. Please don't interrupt when you're not on the show, Jack. Jack does not know how to. He doesn't know right or left. And when they're not around each other, they say mean things about each other.
Oh, really?
Yeah, when they're not.
And they say that
leave,
like as you're talking to them, they all got like
Jack come back and be like, that fucking guy, Garrett.
Just all brown nosing, just shitty little noses when they're talking. Like, hey man,
like literally the other day, Garrett and I were sitting there, and Jack got out of the car, and Garrett goes, "Man, wouldn't this be more fun if it was just you and me?" And I go, "What?"
Hey, to give context, Jack and Garrett are best friends. They live together. Don't you guys live together? They're like best friends.
Not for long though. If you guys knew what I knew, which I can't say.
But it sounds like you're creating a huge divider in between them right now. Like you're not.
Hey, they got themselves a little bit of a deal going on. We'll let them work it out though, dude. But dude, but we had fun on the trip to Florida. It was a lot of positives. There was one day in particular that you guys didn't get to film. So there was a hurricane coming through, like not really Florida, but it was like there was gonna be winds like 40 mile an hour, or no, like 60 mile an hour winds, right? It was a grade 2. It got leveled up to a grade 2, whatever that is for hurricanes. I'm kind of tripping. I've never been in a hurricane before. We are all kind of like, this is kind of crazy, but everybody down in Florida doesn't give a shit. Like that's kind of like, that's a regular fucking life for them. Oh, it's October, hurricanes are coming. Like that's like their life. Yeah. So I told the boys, I'm like, hey, do you guys want to just come stay? Apparently Portofino, the place I was staying at, has been through a dozen of these things. Super safe. Like, do you guys want to just stay at the spot? And like, no, it's fine. We'll stay at our place. They were staying at a place called like Surf and Sandals. So, it's like a 1-star little deal. They don't even get the continental breakfast and thing. Like that thing's foundation.
They get the little mini boxes of cereal.
Yeah, exactly. And they don't even get the milk. Like it's a bad little deal. So I don't take any pill. It was like literally less than 24 hours after I got surgery. And so I got my wife, my 2 kids, my mother-in-law, and my faux mom. And I'm like, okay, if shit goes down, I got to be able to handle myself because they're taking care of each other. So I'm not going to take any pills or anything like that because I don't want to be, fucked up, can't move. And they also have to help me out.
Yeah.
So I'm dying that night. Sure enough, 4 a.m. hits. There's an alarm going off. Please evacuate the building immediately. And it's like during the hurricane. And I'm like, I have to fucking don't. And they say, don't use the elevators. Cause I'm like, fuck, I'm gonna use the elevators. Like, don't use the elevators. Please evacuate the building immediately. Like, this is not a test, blah, 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 blah. So I literally still have blisters on my hands. I don't know if you can zoom in on that. Garrett and Jack, these poor guys have heard this story fucking so many times. They're so sick of it. I literally went down the stairs, 10 flights of stairs on my hands, like holding onto the railings, 24 hours out of surgery. And
trying to evacuate the building?
Trying to evacuate the building.
I didn't hear this story.
Bro. And I got like shit hanging off. I got like tubes in my knee draining out the fluid. I have my knees, like I have like the brace that was on earlier. Like, and I don't know how to use crutches yet. They should tell you how I did with crutches. I legit thought there's no way I'm able to use crutches. I thought you literally swing yourself with crutches. I don't know, it was like more of like a guided stepping thing. So I'm like, fuck the crutches. I left the crutches behind. I get down the stairs, my hands are bleeding. And I'm like, I get down, I'm on the second floor. I go from 10 to 2. And then all of a sudden there's over the intercom, someone goes, never mind, that was a false alarm. Like, not a big deal. Dude, I'm so fucking mad at this point.
Did you just crash on the little hotel lobby couch at that point?
No, I went. You
just got to go take that L.
I finished those last 2 steps. I finished those last 2 steps, went to the elevator, fucking pressed it into the elevator, came. And here's the thing. I don't know what it is with you being fucking injured. I don't know what the fucking deal is. The elevator always shows up. It's the farthest fucking one away. All right. It's been windy, so there's some sand laying around. Who slips? Not my mom, not fucking Miss Tana, not Taylin, not my 2 kids, and my 3-year-old who's still learning to walk really well. Fucking I slip. And what do? Don't worry. My brace leg catches me. More mad than you've ever been in my entire life, dude. Legitimately fuming at the fucking mouth.
Are you just laying on the ground?
No. It was like one of those slips like, and
you call yourself, but you're staying up. Everybody kind of just puts their hand like, hey,
are you okay? Are you all right? Are you all right? Everyone's like putting their hands on you. I'm like, I'm fine. Fucking swing crutching myself because Miss Tana brought the crutches. Swing crutching myself to the elevator. Fucking press the button. Don't stay in the middle because I'm a dumbass. The farthest one goes. Have to get on that elevator.
Did you make it before the doors closed?
Oh, I made it. They held it for me.
You know what I mean? Dang, it opens up and he's like,
it's like closing.
He's like,
shit.
Go ahead.
So I get there. We get up. I'm so mad. I just literally went the best possible thing. I'm so mad and in so much pain. I literally just go lay down and go to bed. The day's over for me. 4 a.m. A couple hours later, the boys show up, take me. Money in the bank.
Did you cry yourself to sleep?
No, I was hot though. I was hot. And I was like, I don't want to take pills. If I take pills now, then I'm going to be loopy for my stuff in 4 hours. Like, so I'm in pain laying in bed.
Yeah.
I got a piss jug next to me because I'm not even supposed to get up to pee.
Yeah.
So I'm like leaning over, pissing on myself. Can't shower for 13 days.
Balls smell.
And you know how you kind of check yourself?
All the time.
I checked myself every day and it never got better until I got home. No joke. And I had the dude wipe shower wipes.
Yeah.
And I wiped myself down. It was a lifesaver, dude. And I wiped myself down every single day. I felt a lot better. Because at one point I was like 5-6 days into this thing with Jack and Garrett. And I don't know these cats like that. You know what I'm saying? It's not like it's you where I'm like, fuck, I'll shit myself in front of you and I'm comfortable enough for you and me to be like, we're going to work through this together. Maybe you'll wipe me up a little bit. I don't know Garrett and Jack like that up to that point.
Yeah.
So I'm literally like kind of like insecure. Like, yo, am I like stinking? Am I stinking? Other than the alarm. And when we were getting on the highway on October 31st, which is the most depressing day I've had since I've torn my ACL. It was a very depressing day, which I don't know if I need to go to that. We're going on the highway. Some slapdick in Florida is putting up Christmas lights. And we
on Halloween,
the
peak of Spooktober. And we rolled down the windows, just started absolutely berating this guy. And the thing is, we were yelling at him. The dude looked up like he knew. Like he looked up at us and was like, fuck, like went home and told his wife, told you they'd know. Yeah.
Like I told you somebody would fucking yell at me. Sure enough. So
that's depressing.
So yeah, Florida was a bit of a deal. With the Andrews Institute, Tyler, he was a stud. Am I missing anything, boys?
Well, we're circling it back because you were giving them a round of applause for helping you out. That's where you're ultimately going with that. Because they really stepped up big.
Yeah, they've done a really good job. So on that note, good job for the boys.
There we go. Yeah, good job, Jack and Garrett.
They have. As soon as they figure out their differences between the two of them, we're going to be a lot better.
I feel awkward for you guys.
Why? I mean, they just got to talk about it.
Yeah.
No, they actually got nothing going. I try to put a little void in between them all the time, but they ain't nothing.
Well,
they got a friendship kind of like they have like the beginning friendship like we had.
Oh, in the beginning?
Yeah, they've known each other longer though.
They
just don't have the quality we have. You know what I'm saying? Like you and I have worked through some shit.
Yeah.
You know?
Highs and lows. Speaking of highs and lows.
Yeah.
Would you say that was your lowest point so far with the ACL? What
hey, honestly, there was one day I was like kind of like butt hurt. I didn't eat in the morning and I went to go do my treatment. I was like super hungry.
Right.
Hadn't shit in 3 days. And so that was a pretty low moment. But for the most part, there's been a pretty positive like deal.
Because when we did the ACL diaries, that was before you got your surgery.
Yeah.
So how's like your mental and how's the shit been since your surgery? You still feel like you're in the same headspace?
Yeah, no, I feel like I'm super positive about this whole thing because like just because like my knee's the only thing that doesn't work right now.
Yeah.
Everything else. Like I got to work out the last 2 days and I'm like it's so nice.
You're like excited.
Oh, dude, I mean I'm not really doing much. I'm like doing some band work and I'm doing like flies, like just feel good, look good stuff.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I know like I have all in November, December, and January. Like when usually your body would be getting beat down from the season and then you're going to have to recover from that. I have those 3 months, November, December, those 3 months plus the whole off season. I'm going to come back better than I've ever in my entire life.
Hey,
you know
after these first couple months, you're going to look like an influencer on Instagram. All upper body, no legs. You're going to look good.
I'm 286 right now. I've lost over 20 pounds. And it's been, what? This is 15 days since surgery.
You probably just don't eat a lot of calories.
No, I don't eat any carbs. I'm like the dude from
that's literally what I thought.
I haven't had a carb since 2010. Some shit like that.
You want to touch this shit?
I haven't had a carb since 2004. Check these out. See these? See these, boys? This is what I live with. Every day I lather this up with Kiehl's in the shower. You want to touch this shit? No. You want to touch these bad boys? Sorry, not going to happen.
But yeah, like Jerry hasn't really shown up that much. But
explain the Jerry. Explain why your name's Jerry on Twitter.
Jerry is my alter ego. He's instead of me, Taylor Lewan, getting sad, it's Jerry. And so Jerry's life, he used to go to Sainsbury and stuff like that. It's like a Costco in England. And he slipped and he fell and he sued the Sainsbury and made a bunch of money on it.
Yeah.
And he realized, if I go to America, I can make a living out of this without ever having to work. So he goes to a Costco in Nashville, Tennessee, and he slipped and fell and he hurt his right knee, tore his ACL. And so now he's depressed because he realizes he's not human anymore. Like he's not like.
Oh, you've created a whole story.
Yes, Jerry.
Like I think you told this one in the ACL diaries, but now I'm sitting here listening to the story. Like you can make a film.
Like Taylor Lewan is fine.
Right.
My mentals is great because Jerry takes the brunt of everything. Fun fact: Taylor fucking hates Jerry.
I've caught notice.
Taylor can't stand Jerry.
Taylor now FaceTime and he'll do the Jerry stuff like for several minutes.
Yeah, which is more than.
And then he'll get done. You know, I'm like laughing. I'm like, yeah. And then I'm like, can I ask you something? I'm like, how's Taylor like Jerry? And then in the background, I fucking hate him.
Because Jerry, me, Jerry, and Taylor have been in arguments before where Jerry said some mean things to Taylor.
Oh, wait. Time the fuck out.
Hey, what did you just say? Did that not happen? Go give the mic to Jack or Garrett because this has fucking happened.
Wait, hang on. Say that again. You said Jerry, Taylor, and Taylor have all gotten
in fights. Garrett, go ahead. Like you were there for that, right?
Don't get along.
Like
Taylor and Jerry get along.
I understand Jerry.
Yeah.
But like Jerry doesn't understand why Taylor's mean to him. And Taylor's mean to Jerry, but she's nice to me. So I sometimes have to be the mediator between Jerry and Taylor.
Yeah.
And sometimes Jerry says some mean shit. He said some mean shit that one day.
Yo, hey, could you imagine? Because you just know Taylor is so committed that he's not going to deviate from what's happening. And it's almost like one of those things where it's like, hey, look, I'm going to fucking go to the other room.
Taylor almost went to the other room that one day. It was a toughie. I had to sit down Jerry and talk to him by ourselves for a little bit. It was tough. Taylor's walked in on me and Jerry talking before.
We need to have somebody like while you're doing it, you're like sitting in your chair with the TV on and you're just going back and forth, Taylor and Jerry, and then someone just like slide a camera in the room and just barely poke it out and film you the whole time. That would be cool.
It was like but I think because Jerry, I'm cool. Like the only time I'm sad is when Jerry's around.
So Taylor's never sad.
No, I'm never sad. I'm cool.
Because hey, for Taylor, it's no bad days.
Because no bad days.
Jerry has the bad days.
Jerry, well, he
bad moments.
He just realized he's not superhuman anymore. Like he was very similar to Taylor, but then without the work ethic.
He seems like more of a glass half empty kind of guy.
Well, I think now because he hurt his knee.
Yeah.
Now, if I hurt my knee, I'd be upset too.
Yeah.
But I didn't hurt my knee. Jerry hurt his knee.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah.
Do you want me to explain it again?
No. So what's the usual timeline, average timeline for an ACL recovery?
I talked to Dobson, and he said that when Ndamukong Suh, Dobson is a strength coach at Vanderbilt. Absolutely love Dobson. He was your strength coach at Nebraska. That's how I met Dobson. He and I were FaceTiming because that's the only way we talk now. Like I won't answer his phone calls unless it's a FaceTime.
He gets so mad when you don't get back to him. He'll like talk to me and I'm like, yeah, you should hit him up. And he'd love to hear from me. He's like, I hit him up all the time.
He does.
I don't hear nothing back from him.
The only
because he gets a little sensitive about it.
Legitimately, the only people I really like text back consistently is Talon, you, and now Garrett and Jack mostly because they're helping me. And Garrett and Jack are like my only friends in Nashville because you have to work.
What about Corey and Dennis and our little Brad?
I know we don't really like chill like that. Like you guys always play too late. I want to wake up. I want to get sleep because I need to recover.
Yeah.
But the recovery, I was talking to Dobson, and Ndamukong Suh tore his ACL, had a partial tear in his ACL. The first couple of days Dobson was there as the strength coach. He did like a handball thing. Mm-hmm. And do we have to call? Is Cam going to call him?
Nope.
We do like they did like a handball thing, and I guess like Suh had a partial tear from the season that Dobson didn't know about, and he fully tore it.
Yeah.
So Suh got cleared for activities after 4 months. So my goal is to beat. My goal is to beat 4 months, which I will. I'll beat that for sure.
Okay. You're going to beat 4 months and it's going to be insane. What is the usual recovery for an ACL?
Months, 6
up
to
9 months. Sometimes it could take people up to a year too.
Well, they say it's not fully healed for 2 years. So the first year you go back, it's like, you kind of, whoa, living on a prayer. You know what I'm saying?
I know a lot of those dudes with knees too. It's like trust. And whenever you are cleared, it's like believing that your knee can do it.
Can I literally go and try to stop on this like I used to?
Yeah.
I know. Well, Anna Hartman, the lady that is like super helpful. She's the Movement Rev. She started that company and she does she comes in, flies from San Diego during the season and helps me. And she's unbelievable. She says like there's like a neurological thing when your brain obviously like has receptors that go, like if I were to roll my ankle, like if you hurt your ankle bad enough, your brain will fog up that area because it's trying to protect it. So it lets the inflammation go there and it kind of fogs up the reaction time of the ankle. And they say like when you hurt your other knee or the same knee again, a lot of times it has to do with that your brain not reacting fast enough or telling your knee to bend or do this fast enough. So we were talking about that on the car ride earlier. She drives slower than shit too, so I was actually dying in the car with my knee bent. But I love her to death. But like honestly, there hasn't been like that many lows. Like there has been lows, but everything like logically, I can talk myself out of because like the team's doing well. I'm stoked to see like the boys are doing well. Like this is the best record that I would have ever had if I was like playing consistently. Like that's awesome.
Yeah.
So that's good. Like if the team in the shitter, I'd be like, fuck, dude, I really feel like I would have let a lot of people down, but like they're doing well. Like every day, like the knee gets better. Are you
rehabbing now? Like, have you already started rehabbing everything?
Oh yeah. Like I said, like I can get my knee, I can bend past 90, which you're not really supposed to do because I had a small meniscus. I can put full weight on it. I can legit walk.
Yeah.
I can walk backwards, walk forwards. I'm doing balancing stuff on it now. I did leg press today for like 135 for 10 on just this leg.
Really?
So yeah, so things are like actually going really well. I'm like, it's going kind of too well where I know there's going to be like that fucking little bit of turbulence coming up soon.
Yeah.
Which always happens.
Right.
But like I get to work out with Luke Richardson. Like I said, the last 2 days, being able to go work out at 8 a.m. and then 10:30 go to rehab and then have Anna later in the afternoon. Like my days fully geared towards like, how do I get better? And so like now that I have like working and I'm not like getting prehab for surgery, I'm not doing X, Y, and Z. Like it's super like a positive feeling to be able to feel myself getting better every single day.
That's awesome.
Like the atrophy of losing so much weight. Like I look in the mirror, I have no like muscle tone or anything.
Yeah.
There's been fucking melting in a couch for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
And it's nice to like kind of fucking sit there. Like, okay, all right. I can feel a little ab in there. You know what I'm saying?
Looking like a tight end.
I'm looking like
I posted that. I posted
that, bro.
How it's going, how it started, how it's going, and people were talking about. They're like Taylor looking like a tight end. Like Taylor looks like he's skipping leg day. Yeah. Stuff like that.
People. I tell you what, don't sleep on these things, bro. They're fucking small, but
they work hard.
They work hard. Like little
dude.
pistons. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But yeah, so shit's going good, dude. What about you? Like fucking.
Hang on, before we do, let's. You know what we got to do.
We got to do an ad read.
Yep, that's right.
We have to. So let's hear from our fucking ads for a second.
Perfect.
Yeah. So, but a perfect transition, honestly.
Yeah.
But what about you? So, since I've gotten hurt, things haven't been so hot for the boy either.
A couple weeks went by, got dicey.
Yeah.
Wait. A week happened, right? And then
week 5, I got hurt, and week 6
after week 6,
you texted me before I got surgery and like, yo, I got cut. I didn't get surgery. Like you got cut week 6 or whatever.
Right after week 6.
So would you like take?
Because I tried calling you like right when they called. So I was in my house.
Yeah.
It was around like 2 p.m. I got a call from the 615 number. I didn't have it in my phone, so I didn't answer. And then I checked it. You know how you can message and see if like maybe I've texted with this number before.
Yeah.
I checked it and I saw it was somebody from the Titans facility. So I'm like, oh dang. So I called back.
Was it Matt Miller?
No, it wasn't Matt.
I love Matt.
It wasn't Matt. Matt would have probably had a tough time.
Matt would have had a hard time.
Matt would have had a tough time.
That's a good dude.
And he's like, you know, hey, Will, are you at the facility? And I'm literally thinking in my head, like, it's all like starting to process. I'm like, yo, is this happening? And I was like, no, it's 2 p.m. Why would I be at the facility? Can you come in, grab your Connexon, your little GPS tracker so they can track you for like the COVID stuff. And he's like, you can come up to John's office.
So you knew immediately.
I knew. I said, okay, cool. Like just casual.
Hot.
Hung up the phone because I was about to get in the shower and I'm just standing there naked. I'm just standing there. Okay. And I was like, shit. Yo, am I going to get cut? I'm like, just thinking, oh, you're just thinking all these different things. I'm like, no, there's no way. There's no way. And I'm like, but maybe there is. Because I was like, I had a couple tackles on punt the game before. I got in on, I subbed in on defense late in the game. And I was like, man, I played fine. We did give up that punt that gashed us.
Yeah.
But I'm thinking like, you're just thinking all these different situations. So I get in the car, I'm driving. I tell Char, I'm like, hey, I think I'm about to get released. I was like, I'll keep you updated because she was working.
Now, how does Char react to that? Did she even get back to you before you went in the building?
Yeah, she texted and she's like, oh my God, are you serious? She's like, keep me updated. Then that's why I tried calling you. You didn't answer.
Yeah.
I hit up Taylor. I'm like, didn't I hit up Taylor?
You might have, because I think Taylor told me.
Yeah.
She's like, yo, is Will getting cut? I'm like, what the fuck?
I went to his office. I go up, you know, it was super casual. Your heart's just racing.
No question.
I walk up the stairs and I'm like out of breath for whatever reason. I can just feel my heart just
stairs though. There's
pounding.
something fucked up about those stairs.
Heart's just pounding, dude. And I sit down. It's like, man, hell of a, you guys fought your ass to come back and stuff. Cause we like, it was right after the Steelers game. Yeah. You guys fought your ass to come back. I'm like, yeah. And, he's like, you know, we want to swap a couple guys and, you know, so we're going to release you. And if if you're up for it, we'd like to get you back on practice squad. And I'm just sitting there and mind you, I have my mask on, so he can't like see me like breathing heavy or nothing. I'm like, trying to nasal breathe and try to calm my breathing. Cause when I'm responding to him, I don't want to sound like I'm panting.
Right.
And I'm like, all right. And you know, I handle it professional, all that stuff. You just don't know what to think in your mind. And he's like, we do want you back though and stuff. And you know, I know it sucks, blah, blah, blah. It's gotta be hard. Like hindsight, it's gotta be tough. Just like cutting guys, like guys coming in your office.
To it.
Yeah.
There's an SNL skit about that where they're fucking like it was Mad TV. Like a person has a really hard time cutting somebody.
Yeah.
And by the 10th person, like, hey, they're like eating Chinese food. You're done. And like, they kind of just going, after a while, it kind of just what it is. I feel like, they keep going.
You're fired, okay? The company's downsizing. We have to let a few people go.
And then I go across the hall shake Jerry up, saying go across all the Vin. He's like, hey, so we good with the plan? And I was like, oh, no, I'm gonna call my agent first.
Hey, Vin, I bet catches the brunt of shit for sure. Because John's like breaks the news and you're kind of in shock.
Yeah.
And then Vin's the first person to talk to you after. You're like, would you shut the fuck up?
Yeah.
But Vin's a good.
I was like, oh, I'm gonna call my agent.
Vin's an awesome guy.
Oh yeah.
He's an awesome
They're awesome over there.
John's a great dude. Vin's a great. We have a good upstairs.
Yeah.
Relative to like the man versus the player.
Yeah.
You know?
And then I go down. I got to see Todd to kind of sign the waiver and stuff. And
were there dudes in the training room when you were signing the waiver?
Yeah, there were a couple.
Which
dudes.
had to suck because you're like holding the paper.
Yeah, you're walking with like the Grim Reaper and stuff.
Yeah, who was it?
And who was walking with me afterwards? Yeah. I think there's a couple different people, but Matt was around a couple of those times.
He was around there because he has had to be the Grim Reaper.
Yeah, and then the boys in the training room like, come, they kind of nod up, like, like, what's up?
Yeah, like trying to say what up to the boy, and you're like,
yeah, you just kind of shake your head. You go in Todd's office, and you
shit,
sign the thing, and then I went and saw Haz, and you're just like, damn. And then you get in your car, and you're just so mad. You're like, man, you don't want to do nothing. You know what I'm saying? You just get cut. You just want to be pissed off. And then that's when I talked to you. I was kind of told everybody that I got cut and stuff, and I'm talking to my agent. And he was like, you need to get back in there and sign to the P Squad. Like, what do you? And I'm like, yo, Neil, like, just let me be pissed off for a minute. Mm-hmm. Like, let me go home. Let me digest this. Like,
sometimes you just want to vent.
Yeah.
Sometimes you want to fucking let the venting machine go. Say some ridiculous shit that doesn't mean anything.
Right.
Just say the F word way too many times.
Yeah. Just overdo it. I'm like, I know I'm being emotional right now. Like, and I know it's business and I gotta this and that. And this is the smart move, X, Y, Z. But I just want to be pissed off for a little bit.
Yeah.
He's like, all right.
It's a fucking ego thing too. We were talking. I don't put words in your mouth, but
yeah.
When we were talking, you're talking about practice squad.
Yeah, I was like, your pride's hurt. You know what I mean? You go back and you're like, you get cut and then you got to go through and then come back and then you're on practice squad. You're like, your pride's hurt. And you're talking about it from like an ego standpoint. And you're like, yeah, but we had a good little conversation.
Yeah, but like talk about that conversation because like, I think a lot of people when things don't go their way, they're more worried about what other people are going to think about the situation.
And that's very much what it was. Like I was concerned, like what. Going around the building now, and then it's like, oh, Will's on practice squad now.
Yeah.
You're just you're kind of just doing it
lesser,
right? You're kind of just like doing it to yourself in your own mind. Like you don't,
right?
You just don't. It was tough. It was a shitty day, dude. And I'm just like, laying in bed, feeling sorry for myself. You're like,
what was worse, that day or the next day going in, thinking about what are the guys going to say, and then what did the guys say? Because I wasn't in the building at that point.
I think. After talking to Charo, having our FaceTime, talking to my agent again later that night, I was starting to get in a better headspace about it. Mm-hmm. And then it was more like going in the next day, just getting through that initial first couple guy reaction or response.
Yeah.
And then once I did that, like after all the conversations I was having with all you guys, like it was already like, I was already trying to move on. Like, okay, how do I embrace this new little role for myself? Like, you were telling me, you were talking about the camaraderie part and all these different aspects. Right. And I'm like, they're right. Like what's the worst? Like at the end of the day, I wasn't like playing a shitload of defense. Like, you want to be out there contributing because that's what you feel worst about. You're like, you feel like you can help the team and you just want to be out there with the boys. You want to be out there on the, sideline, giving energy, doing all this fun, doing the stuff, doing whatever role you can. And so I'm like, now my role has shifted. Now, how do I make the most of this next role? From where I basically started in the very beginning of my career. Cause that's what I felt like I was like, I'm going all the way back. I'm taking steps back and being on P Squad. That's what I was telling myself initially anyway. But once I got over that, like I've been having a great time now.
And plus with the guys, like you get this point in the season, you're fucking 6-7 weeks into the season. Nobody cares about what other people are going through. People only focus on what their shit's going through.
Yeah.
So someone like Jayon, hey, here, Will's on practice squad. Jan's like, man, that sucks. Oh man, I'm sorry, Will. And then it's fucking over because like they got
their own stress. They got their own. Yeah.
Jan's trying to get paid. He's trying to fucking, how can I get this many tackles? He's trying to learn a game plan for that week because every week's a test.
Right.
And so it's kind of like once you figure out the fact that you're not as big of a deal, like as you probably thought you were,
for sure.
It's a load off. It's a huge load off your mind. Like, ain't nobody's gonna think like, oh, Will's less than anything. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You still made it 8 years in the league, and I mean, I'll let you talk about this, but like, what is it financially? Because there's a lot of different ways these can go. Like for some people, when they get hurt, there's a split in their contract. You don't have a split in your contract. Well,
right. Well, my contract is terminated. Now I'm on a practice squad contract. So basically,
you still make all the money you would have made throughout the season, right?
That is you're potentially allowed. So what happens is when you're a vested veteran, so if you have 3 years and 3 games in, so if you have 4 credited seasons, you're a vested veteran. You get all the benefits of a veteran, like all the NFL stuff, blah, 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 blah.
Mm-hmm.
When you're a vested veteran and you're on a week 1 roster in the season, you are guaranteed your salary no matter what happens. Now, it's not guaranteed like you still get paid week to week like you're on the roster. My contract got terminated, but a vested veteran, a vet, one time in their career, they're allowed during the January termination pay period, file for termination pay. You're allowed to do that one time in your career as a veteran.
Yeah.
So myself, when January comes, you weigh all the options, and you either file for termination pay or you think in your mind, is there going to be another opportunity to get termination pay later on in your career?
Right.
So that's basically what guys do. A majority of guys, basically everybody does it and takes it.
Takes termination pay.
Yeah, right. And that's what all the boys around the league refer to as double dipping because they get their salary. And now you get the P squad money. And if a team were to activate me, or if I get, on the active roster,
so you can go to another team.
Making, right. Yes. Right. So, cause I'm on P squad now, I'm basically a free agent. Or I can get picked up. I'm not a free agent, but you know what I mean.
You can get picked up by any other team,
right?
But you're still making some sort of check week to week.
Correct.
It's just not. It's
correct. So say the Colts picked me up. So best case scenario, it's all money. Colts pick me up next week. I would go to
scenario from a money standpoint.
From a money, this is financially.
Yeah.
I would start getting a new minimum contract. I would start getting a new contract with the Colts organization. Then January comes around, I can file for termination pay because the Titans terminated my contract in the middle of the year. Yeah. And then that's where you get both salaries. So, financially,
make
you would be winning.
Two times the amount. Would it be as much as twice as much?
You would get that prorated. You would get that prorated rate. So say like Colts brought me on for $1 million, I would get that. However many weeks are left, I would get that prorated rate.
About 500,000.
Correct.
Because like half, or is it week 9?
Yeah, half the seas's left. So you get like 500,000 plus the whole contract from what the Titans paid in the beginning. You're
financially, this is the best. It's a better move.
You're
for you it would be.
You kind of say I do file for the termination pay. Right. I am getting. You get demoted, but you can financially have better gain.
Now, what would be a reason why you wouldn't file for termination pay?
Say, I guess a scenario. I'm trying to paint a scenario to where it would happen for like, say myself. Let's just say the Titans reactivated me again and I would get a new contract with the Titans and I just completely go out of my mind and ball out to where I earn a 3-year, $15 million deal.
Right.
I would have to I would have to choose in the January timeframe that, hey, I'm probably going to get a huge contract. Let's not file for this termination pay. Cause let's say I sign a huge deal, like say Vic, let's just say Vic Beasley, say I sign a deal like Vic and I get $9 million. And then say I get cut in the middle of the year next year, I would get cut and now I would be able to file for that termination pay on $9 million, not a minimum year deal. Yeah. So it's like, I would have to think in my mind that I'm going to get a huge deal to where it's like, don't waste your termination pay on this year.
You want to waste your termination pay on
something where you're going to get big money
or last year's year contract.
Like Vic is going to probably, I would assume, file for termination pay and collect he's going to collect all of his money that the Titans owed him.
I'll tell you what.
But that's how termination pay works.
This is a side note, and I know talking about football can be really hairy on this podcast, especially during the season.
Yeah.
But I think when we watched the game this past week against the Bears, how well our defensive line did.
Yeah.
I think says a lot about like when you're a team guy and you do what the coaches tell you to do, like look how well our defensive guys did with quote unquote like lesser named guys.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Team defense is huge.
You take Vic out. If I don't know defense, so I don't know like if Vic was doing what he was supposed to do. Obviously, he wasn't doing what he was supposed to do if he got cut. Like John and Vrabes don't play like that.
I'm sure they had to have a very tough conversation about it because you paid somebody a lot of money. Yeah,
yeah, and I know there's a lot of people in Nashville that are really mad about the situation,
and we got to be careful.
I know we got to be careful. Yeah. But I think like it shows a lot about Vrabel and this defense. Like when dudes do their job, look how successful they were this past week.
Right.
And they showed more success this past week than they have the whole entire season.
Right. And to just swallow the pill like, hey, it didn't, we made that mistake.
Yeah. Well, John, I had a couple conversations with John in the past. Just him and I, and John's not above saying when he's made a mistake or not, like, which is really cool. Cause I think a lot of times, like CYA, cover your ass a little bit.
Yeah.
Coaches want to blame this or blame that. And Vrabel and John are very much not like that, which is a refreshing, don't worry, they got their own things. I mean, Vrabel's got his own shit. He's a lot of like, he loves Will. He loves calling out Will in the team meetings, but
he was talking to me. He pulled me, I was telling you about the joke yesterday.
Yeah,
He's like down
yeah.
the hall. He's like, what hot takes you got? What hot takes you got? I kind of leaned back. It was early in the morning. I was like, what's up? He's like, what kind of hot takes you got? I see you've been active on Twitter. And I was like, yeah, I just enjoy myf.
He's been active on Twitter.
Yeah, 100%. Hey, Raves is
He's got in to defend
he's a
himself.
Tier 1 guy, but living in a tier 3 world.
He says his wife Jen checks Twitter,
Which is he's full of it.
You never know. We'll give him the benefit of the doubt.
Listen,
because again, I still got to walk in that building, boys.
Sitting in a meeting next year in August with this coming up. Braves, I know you love the boys. I know you love watching all this shit.
And he's like, just be careful, live tweeting during the game and stuff like that. And, it's kind of like a thing, like you never want to, do anything to like that could potentially hurt the team, which I totally get. I do my best to make it celebratory around any kind of big play that a guy has or something like that, which, by the way, I thought of a great idea.
Let's hear that after the podcast.
Okay. I think it's a solid idea because it's going to come out after the game happens.
Yeah.
But AJ, his name being Arthur Juan, we've been doing this funny thing where like Derek's middle name's Lamar.
Oh, you're doing the idea right now?
Yeah, I want to say it. I'm excited about it because it's Star Wars themed. It came to my mind when I was going to get in to go back to come to the pod. And they're like joking. They're like, Willie Earl, Willie, people get fascinated calling me Earl. Willie Earl, because Derek found out my middle name was Earl. Mm-hmm. His middle name's Lamar. I'm like, okay, yours isn't that much better than mine.
Lamar's a much better name. Like Earl's a very...
he's right. It's way better.
Lamar, like, when I say the word Lamar right now, I think of two things. One,
Donuts?
A play that
Lamar's
the Titans
Donuts?
have, and also Lamar Jackson, right?
You're right. You're right. He's got a lot of good stuff going for Lamar.
When you think Earl, I think this dude's missing teeth and probably has a Confederate flag on his truck. You know what I'm saying?
Well, hey, take it easy.
I mean, Earl.
You're right of one of those things. Before I bought the teeth.
I mean, my middle name is Curtis. Like that dude, I'm like on a yacht club, some bullshit.
Yeah, you're in the chess club,
collared shirt and some loafers.
Yeah.
I hate myself.
But what about Juan? Arthur Juan.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah, you love it.
I'm about it. I think Juan's a great name.
But anyway, so they're joking back and forth and stuff like that. Let me get to my idea. Yes, you're very much going away from it. But Obi-Wan Kenobi, phenomenal, one of the best Jedi to ever live. Star Wars.
Obi-Wan Kenobi, isn't it?
Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Yeah, Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Arthur Juan Kenobi. Pull up Obi-Wan Kenobi. It'll make more sense here in a second. Okay. Taylor's not a Star Wars guy. For everybody that's not a Star Wars guy. I know you're a big
Star Wars guy, so I'm living with you right now.
And are you guys Star Wars boys?
I'm not familiar, but
you are, Josh?
Josh isn't.
Shout out Josh.
Josh hasn't been farther in the states than Memphis,
I can always believe
about
in
the galaxy and the universe. Like,
pull up young. Type in a young Obi-Wan Kenobi. Put young in front of that Obi-Wan.
I'm excited.
Dude, I'm telling you, I think this is going to be big.
Remember that issue we said we were
Click on the one in the far right corner. Far right corner.
This seems kind of a bit of a fucker.
Do you see what's hanging off of his head?
Oh, the little dangler.
Obi-Wan Kenobi, Arthur Juan Kenobi, and they have little rat tails hanging from their head. So when AJ, when he scores, we got to tweet out, we got to Photoshop him on a Jedi's body with the lightsaber, Arthur Juan Kenobi. And then I think a celebration, sorry. And then I think celebration-wise, you do a force push or a force choke after a touchdown. You need somebody else. I've already told DB. But AJ needs to come up and do the force choke, and DB needs to be lifted like he's getting choked.
Does AJ watch Star Wars?
He's a huge fan. Hey, no, he doesn't. He doesn't. I had to school him.
Without the context of what you just explained, would people get that?
Yes, absolutely. The Star Wars junkies
would. You look at that and be like, Obi-Wan Kenobi, and he's got a fucking rat tail, just like AJ does. Would you think that?
We'll put the side by side, and people will get it. And check this out. Check out why this works. The Mandalorian season 2 just dropped.
Are they going to sponsor this podcast?
Are you guys Mandalorian?
Are they going to sponsor this podcast?
It's a Disney Plus show.
Then no free shout outs.
Okay, no free shout outs to Mandalorian. But Star Wars is hot. There's pockets each year where something new drops. Hey, you know how big of a Star Wars fan. Yeah.
Yeah. Did you watch Mandalorian the first season? I'm sure you did.
All of it.
Was it awesome?
Yes.
Right.
It was incredible. But you got all this going on. I guess what I'm saying is like, we've created something that's going to be, I think, immaculate.
So you... All right. So you think the immaculate idea you've had that's going to blast us into a galaxy far, far away. See what I did there?
I need that energy.
The immaculate thing. Well, it's about to turn. So just stay with me. This fucking trajectory you're looking at is going to be the Photoshop face of Obi-Wan Kenobi on our Twitter feed. And that's going to be the thing that people fucking transition us into the galaxy far, far away.
So,
and people are going to be so invested that they're going to be like, oh my God, the rat tail also that we can barely see falling off the corner that probably got cut up a little bit on the Photoshop, and Arthur's face. And he's got the rat tail too, even though you can't see the back of his head on this picture that they posted. That is the thing that's going to send us into a galaxy far, far away.
I think we're going to take AJ's celebrity and fandom to the next level.
So AJ is not a Star Wars fan.
No,
is
but
AJ going to do the celebration? Or did
not yet. I haven't talked to him about it yet.
AJ hear you say that, make fun of you, and then laugh?
I was trying to tell him. He kept saying, "Hey, understand me?" You know how he is.
Yeah.
He's like, understand me. He's like, no horseplay. I don't do horseplay. I'm like, AJ, I'm not trying to horseplay. Yeah, call him. This is great. But guys, picture this. Thursday night, you guys are going to listen to this and you're going to know if he scored or had a big play or not. And you're going to know if it already happened. But when he makes a big play or say a touchdown, we'll just say touchdown, but big catch, something like that, I'm going to just tweet from one of you guys, whoever does the artwork, his face on a Jedi's body. And it's going to say, and I'm just going to put Arthur Juan Kenobi. And I think it's going to be a banger. That's what I think. I think it's going to be a banger. So with
you're funny, dude.
You know how much I love my Star Wars. The first Christmas Taylor and I had together. Hey, did you?
AJ's the first person I've ever called my own teammate that didn't answer.
Did you hear what I said?
No, what'd you say? I'm saying
our first Christmas together. Taylor and I's first Christmas together. His gift to me was a bunch of like Star Wars stuff: a Star Wars waffle maker, a Darth Vader waffle maker, a Yoda ornament. I'm a big Star Wars guy. Big baby Yoda guy, everything Star Wars. And when I was walking and picking up my lemon pepper wings from the cafeteria, and I thought to myself, the young Obi-Wan Kenobi, because I kept calling him Arthur Juan Kenobi, and he was getting like, hey, I'm not horse playing. I'm like, listen, you don't understand how this is actually cool. Then when I realized that the young Obi-Wan had the little rat tail, cancel Christmas. Game over. Like, we just found something that, again, I think we're going next level.
Yeah. You know what? If that's the thing, it takes us into the next atmosphere.
Maybe not us, but we're promoting we're promoting AJ.
Yeah, we can promote AJ by saying, "Good job, AJ." You know what I'm saying? I feel like that is around the same exact.
The people who hear this and they're Star Wars junkies,
I'm glad this is coming out after the game, because when AJ scores, I hope he posts that. It's not going to have hardly as much traction as you think.
I think so. Hey, I think so.
Unless. I don't think so. Unless like Alex puts like,
I'm going to do it.
The emotion you think this picture gives you.
This is
you know what I'm saying? Or some shit like that.
The point of this was Vrabel was talking to me about tweeting during the game, and when he scores and I celebrate a teammate scoring, and it's AJ, I'm just going to put Arthur Juan Kenobi, and it's going to be the photo of him as a Jedi.
Yeah.
And I think it's
how many retweets? Over under 50.
Over. What do you guys think? Hey, what do you guys think? It's not like you have to put your name on it and Taylor's going to be mad at you.
The only way to be over?
Yes, I'm tweeting it.
You would do over 50 for sure. Easy.
What are you saying? Over on 50. Josh knows, because Josh already thinks like that's phenomenal. You guys aren't Star Wars junkies.
There are 6 people on this bus and you and Josh have hit it. That means you've hit what? What's 1/6?
I know I'm getting one retweet.
Yeah, you're gonna get 2. I'm gonna retweet it too.
Oh, appreciate it. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. I need that energy. Like
I'm with it.
Yeah.
All right. I thrive on enthusiasm too. I'm with you on that.
I wish you were a Star Wars guy. I know you're not. And I know it's like you have something against Star Wars. I know you don't. You're just not like in the
Star Wars, Star Trek. Like I've seen some of the ones.
I feel like you wish, like, man, I wish I could feel that excitement Will's feeling about
I get that
Star
about
Wars.
other things. I mean, Spooktober, I'm obsessed.
Yeah.
Like,
See,
I
was like, I guess I loved Halloween. You just introduced me to it. But when I saw your excitement about it, I was like,
right.
I want that piece of what he's feeling. I need that inside.
You want that inside you.
I didn't go all the way through it.
Well,
I didn't go all the way through with it.
That piece he's feeling, I want that inside me, is what you were just about to say.
Piece.
You just didn't say
I want
me.
that piece
No pause. Thank
of
you,
excitement and enthusiasm. I want that piece inside of me, dude.
One thing we got to talk about too.
No pause.
Like during the football season, a lot of things come up. A lot of things happen. A lot of manly men out there like watching the football games. But there's one thing that also comes out during football season that we can't sleep on, and that's the fucking Bachelorette,
dude. Before we talk about the Bachelorette,
listen, here's the deal. Some shit just went down with the bus. We've said it since day one. When you're on the bus, ebbs and flows, all right? Yin and yang. Shit's going to go down. Shit's going to go up. We don't have the train anymore. RIP the fucking train.
RIP, dude.
Listen, it said that we lost all the audio and shit from this podcast, which the only thing that would break our heart, that who got their heart broken more by hearing that was probably our tier ones. But don't worry, it's all good. It's all worked out.
There was almost a fight.
There was almost a fight.
There was almost a fight.
Boss and Josh were talking over me when I was trying to do shit. I asked if things were okay. Boss looked back and gave me a thumbs up. It's Veterans Day, so I'm not going to say shit to him. But thumbs were not up. Thumbs were definitely to the side, like in Gladiator. Josh, do the Josh.
He looked. Boss looks back and he's like, "Is everything good?" And he kind of gives a weird little thumbs up. And then Alex is like, "No, it's not. Nothing's good. What's going on?" And Josh sitting back there. Oh, I don't know what happened. Like, oh, shit just went down.
So
dude.
Alex shut the shit down. Turns out we lost everything. We got everything back. I don't know how we lost and then recovered so fast. It was the easiest treasure hunt of all time. But somehow, one way or another, we were on the Bachelorette. And if I'm going to put myself out there like this, I want to finish the goddamn thought. All right? This girl, what's her name? What's the blonde girl's name? Claire.
Hey, lower your tone.
Sorry.
Lower your tone.
Sorry. I know. Claire. All right? We'll just refer to her as the not as good one.
Yeah.
But we'll call her Claire out of respect for her right now.
Yeah.
But she's not as good one. Claire falls in love with this dude named Dale. All right? They don't even show Dale's personality the entire show. Turns out she's so in love, she doesn't give any of the other guys a fighting chance. So every time she's literally being interviewed saying, yeah, when I'm talking to these guys, like all I can think about is Dale.
It's Dale.
And how much I love Dale.
Mind.
And then this shows the other guy she was just talking to, like, yeah, I think we had a really good connection and things are going really well. Like, I really think I have a fighting chance. Am I getting feelings for her? Yeah, I think things are going well. Like, and I've never seen so many ex-football players on The Bachelorette also. Like, there's 3 of them, right?
Yeah.
There's Easy.
You look them up and they're all,
Hey, they're all P Squad cats.
Yeah,
no
but-
offense.
Hey, my thought when we were going to do the pod, like when it happened a couple weeks ago, I was like, I just put out that tweet about the practice squad guys being on the Bachelorette. Like, should I file for the Bachelorette?
Yeah, hey, you got to be on that.
Yeah.
Would Charles be mad?
Like, I have to because I'm a practice squad player. Like, it's what those guys do.
Googling, can you be married while doing the Bachelorette? Fucking, so what is her name?
Claire. We're mad at her. We
I'm
weren't a
really
huge
upset
fan
with
of
Claire.
her.
So Claire can't even let the show develop the way it needs to do. And I'm sounding contradictory because I proposed to my wife in 5 weeks. We got married in 2 months. Like, we're extremely happy. But we're also on a TV show, and Taylor didn't believe her biological clock was ticking. Claire had a lot of shit going on with her, all right? And the worst thing about it is Claire will not let Dale talk at all. Will not let him finish a fucking sentence. Have you seen the show?
No.
Have you watched it last night?
Yeah, I watched it all.
So when they're like, so Claire ends up
babies.
Saying, babies. He's like, well, I think we might not. I don't know. And he's like, then she talks again. But so Claire decides that she wants to be with Dale. Dale proposes, which I think that episode was hilarious because all these dudes are like, if anybody knows Dale, everyone knows that Dale doesn't want to get married yet. He's not ready to get married.
Yeah.
And then he goes and proposes, and I'm like, dude, that's the most made up the show's ever been right there.
Well, what
it's
a tough spot for Dale to be in too, because it's like she wants to call the whole show and just be with Dale. Like,
and then
Dale's
he
the
looks like
winner.
an asshole.
Yeah, and then who hosts the show with
Chris Harrison.
Chris Harrison? He's like, he's got to go tell Dale, like, hey, she wants to call it. She picks you. Now it's up to you if you're going to propose to her.
And the dinner date they had before,
Yeah.
he was like, yeah, like when she was saying she's falling in love with him, he's like, yeah, I'm really excited. We have so much time to see where this goes. Like, said that like 3 or 4 times.
Yeah.
So Dale's not really in this thing. Fast forward to this next episode.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
The most recent episode.
The most recent episode. Claire leaves. The guys are upset, rightfully so. They should be mad. I totally get they should be mad. But then they bring in some girl named Taisha. She's beautiful. She's like got the she's exotic looking. She's got a gorgeous smile, and she's got a very positive, warm presence. These dudes, no offense, Claire, have just absolutely leveled up.
Dude, they were so hyped.
Because the shit at first wasn't great because they're at fucking La Quinta Inn Resort in Palm Springs, California.
And the game's getting called. They've been waiting months because of COVID. They're waiting around. They've been waiting months for this game, dude, this competition. And it's canceled within like a couple shows. And Dale he just wins it all. Like he just takes, except for Jason. Jason was heartbroken.
Jason was the football player, right?
Jason's one of the ex-football players. He was heartbroken. Had to go sit down with Taisha and be like,
he had to leave.
Yeah, like I got to go because I think I fell in love with Claire.
And when he left, Taisha's like, that's a man right there. And I was like, damn, you know what? That is a fucking man. This dude didn't care about being on the show. He just said, I really had feelings for this woman. Now that it's gone, I don't know if I can give you everything. I need to go. Good for him. That dude he done a good job.
He probably made Taisha want him.
Probably. And the most fucked up thing about The Bachelorette is they have 16 guys who have been to the absolute ringer. And then these dudes get through the damn car wash. Their feelings are hurt. And to make matters worse, they bring in 4 new dudes.
Oh, and it's like they're squatted up at this point. Old squad versus new squad. Because even Jason on the way out, he's like sticking up for the guys who were there the whole time.
Right.
They're on teams. Because Spencer.
Straight up.
Why did they add guys?
They added guys because it's basically a whole new season. So there's 16, 4 have been cut already, so they brought 4 new ones in. This dude named Spencer is already a major front runner who's a new cat.
Oh, he walked in with some thunder,
with some fire.
Dude.
Which one of you guys scared away Claire?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
And then goes and does the first impression with her and stuff.
Yeah, he gets the first impression rose. Dude showed up 15 minutes ago.
Yeah.
Hey, it's going to be a bumpy little road.
He's got a little accent to him, too. That I'm just like, he seems like a
bit of a bitch. And then he does. He doesn't seem like a bitch, but like when they were playing in the pool, they had so during the week, for those of you who haven't watched, you should really watch a show. It's like they do group dates and then they do like a one-on-one. And sometimes dudes want group dates, sometimes dudes want one-on-ones. And they end up playing like pool basketball. They called it splash ball. I used to play pool basketball in high school with my buddies.
Yeah.
There's no one more violent than me in pool basketball. I will throw elbows like you've ever fucking seen. So a couple of dudes don't like the Spencer cat, start throwing some bows, cut up his lip a little bit.
Yeah.
He was acting a little bit like a bitch after that.
A little bit. He was getting some attention. He played it right, though.
Which he did a good job.
Yeah.
And so him and Taisha sit down and she's like, yeah, it seems like the guys are going kind of hard at you. Do you, was that like a personal thing? He's like, well, probably with the rose and all that. And then he goes to give her a kiss and he goes, oh no, my lip. And gives her a little side.
And kisses her like right here.
Like, bro, just kiss her on the lip. It's not a cold sore. It's a cut.
And even if you kiss on the side, like kiss her on the cheek. What is this right here? Like
this is where
you just hear
develop. This is the main spot where zits go.
Yeah.
The fuck?
I got a couple.
Hey, it's all right. I got the beard. But dude, fucking, and then what did Buddy say to him? The dude that's from Detroit.
We call guys like you lunch meat.
And the guy
fighting words.
The guy sat there and goes, oh, okay.
He goes, what did he say? Fuck? Like, if you ever, something about where I came from, but if you ever want.
We see dudes like you.
Yeah, if you ever want to go, let me know. We'll roll. Or something like that.
And he's like, oh, fuck.
He goes, noted.
Noted.
Oh.
Noted.
And then ends up getting up, walking off, and leaving.
And then Taisha, this is why Taisha's an absolute stud. Love this girl to death. There's a rose ceremony every week.
Yep.
And she's like, you give out a certain amount of roses. In the beginning, lots get cut. Towards the end, one get cut. Boom, 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 boom. Slow deaths for everybody except for one. Chris Harrison walks in. She goes, you know what? This week, no one's getting cut. Everyone made it. Like, shout out to her.
Yeah.
For letting that shit go down, even though it was probably the producer saying you should probably.
Everyone got a rose.
Right. Everyone got a rose. Everyone moved forward. But Spencer's going to cause some issues.
We're going to continue to keep you guys updated on the Bachelorette talk.
Got to.
We enjoy it. The boys enjoy it. Maybe we'll get Sean Booth in and get his.
We should get Booth in here to see what he
or
thinks.
get him in and update. Do the
But
Bachelorette.
he says he
update.
doesn't watch the show anymore.
We'll update him.
All right.
We got to get to. We got to call Cam.
Yeah, we do. But If you have any hot takes on The Bachelorette, please let us know via social medias. Don't forget to subscribe and rate 5 stars too, my babies. Let's get the cam. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, our first Zoom on the bus goes to no one other than Mr. Cameron Jordan, a Pro Bowler.
Oh yeah, hold the applause.
A Pro Bowler, a dominant defensive end in the NFC South, and possibly Tom Brady's father, the first father ever to be younger by about 15 years than his actual son. It's a beautiful thing, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome.
Hey, hang on. But what's the number one thing he does? He's the host of Truss Levelz podcast.
He's the host of Truss Levelz podcast. Hey, that intro could not have gone worse if I tried even harder. All right, Cam, listen. You guys had a great game last week against Tom Brady. All right, 38-3. First play of the game, you take Tristan Wirf, rookie, take him, put him on roller skates, show him this is how you play the game of football, put him into the back of Tom Brady, and swiped him. Could have possibly been a hands to the face, could have been a penalty, but it was not a penalty. Ending up dominant. The first time Tom Brady's ever been swept in his career in divisional games. How do you feel about that? What's the vibe like in the locker room? Obviously, we saw the vibe, but how are you feeling about that?
I mean, we were more excited about controlling what we can control, right? So, they had 8 total yards rushing.
Ooh, that's tough.
As an offensive lineman,
what else? Hey, what else? He's got more. What else?
Yeah, I mean, there's plenty of pressures. I mean, I feel like, we were constantly, from the first play on to the last play, we were constantly in his face. You love to see a quarterback get frustrated at his offensive lineman. When he's no longer like looking at the defensive lineman,
he's right.
Hey.
He's right. Hey,
literally all the things you said were like the most triggering things for me to hear. I'm over here. I'm crawling on my skin. I would hate to be an offensive lineman for Tom right now.
Would it be fair to say that you guys run the NFC South?
I mean, 3-time NFC South champs. Some would say, Tampa Bay was the favorite second son, so they're going to stay right there. Somebody's, we're going to keep on pressing. I'm going to wait till the end of the season.
So what you're saying is you hear the chirps outside the building when they're trying to crown the Buccaneers, and you're just letting them know, hey, we brought the brooms to the game. Like, we still run this thing.
Until you get knocked off the mountain, you're still at the top.
I love it.
Hey, I tell you, I love the confidence, dude. And I think it shows more confidence in your post-game celebration. First off, whose camera was that? How'd the celly get going? And was Sean Payton in that thing dancing?
I saw Sean Payton. What do you guys call that whole light club thing you guys got going on?
I would say, Club Lil Saint been going on for about 4 years now. 3?
What do you say? Club what? Club Lil Saint?
Club Lil Saint.
Okay.
I think that's what the defense is dubbed in. I don't know if it has an official name.
We've never looked wider.
It might be
yeah, I know.
We're in New Orleans.
Hey, that shit is fun to see, dude. Seeing Sean Payton get in the mix and mix it up with the boys. How dope is he as a head coach and having him around? I also see that he retweets every now and then. He pokes his head on social media on Twitter once in a while. The man's battled and whooped COVID, and he's dancing in the locker room in Club Lil Saint. What is it like to have him as a head coach?
I mean, anybody that's been around Sean knows that he's a challenging, coach. He's somebody who is clearly an offensive-minded guy. So luckily, I don't have to deal with him unless we're screwing up.
Yeah.
Like the only time he comes down and really talk to us is if he doesn't like what we're doing. Unless like after a couple series. So if he comes down, you're like, all right, we got to tighten the fuck up then.
Yeah.
Other than that, like we're on. Like he'll come down. He'll be like, as long as you get the ball back, we got 50 plays, and I love them all. I'm like, Coach, we're going to put up 50 points on him. And he'll really try and put 50 points on somebody's head, like anybody.
I kind of like that, though. Go for 2 at the end of the game when you're up by 24 because you can't go for 3, that kind of mentality.
Exactly.
I like that.
It's greasy. And like it brings an edge to everybody. Like when you're talking, when you got a head coach talking greasy to players on the field.
Yeah.
We're coming at you, number 23. Oh, you all day, every day.
Make sure to look up the word greasy when we're done with this interview. We're way too wide on this pod. I have no idea what a greasy means.
That fires me up though, dude.
Dude, speaking of greasy or whatever, different kind of dudes, rewind a couple years ago, all right? Was on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, out there eating W's like they were Whoppers.
That's a W. Let's eat one.
Going viral.
That made me uncomfortable. And I love to have Jameis on the podcast to talk about this because it's always better to hear from the horse's mouth. Buddy was eating W's 2 years ago, putting his full fingers in his mouth, by the way. Like that's
in there.
Yeah.
That's grimy, my friend. But then you go to the celly this past week and he's in there. And you know what I love most about Jameis Winston? He dies on the sword. All right. What happened a few years later? He's on a different team, still in the NFC South, and he's non on them things.
Why was everyone able to be so productive tonight?
What do you say to him?
He embraced it,
right.
Like everybody made fun of him until all of a sudden them dubs is actually meaning winning.
Yeah.
Those dubs were like the East Coast style, like, oh man, that's a dub, like it's an L. Now it's finally that West Coast. The dubs finally mean what they're supposed to mean. So now everybody's like,
No, they do it too. Have you done it? Have you eaten a W?
That's probably as close as you're going to see me eat a dub. I'm not like, it's cringeworthy to me, but
yeah.
Was it cringeworthy when you see him sneak it in the in Club Lil Saint after the game dancing?
He embraced it.
He did embrace it.
Thing,
when you say no white tees in the club, no eating W's in the club.
Yeah.
I would have told him, get your ass out of here with that shit, dude. That is a little bit ridiculous. The W thing kind of throws me off a little bit. But if he's your teammate, got to respect. That's what we're here on this podcast all about. We're always for the boys.
It's always about support. Like you just got to, that's your thing. That's your thing.
Oh,
I'm just going to be from the side like this.
God. Yeah, hey, that's a bit of a deal right there, huh?
Yeah, you got it.
That's a bit of a deal.
Guy. So you are now one of the very few active NFL players with a podcast in Truss Levelz podcast with your boy Mark Ingram. Phenomenal podcast. You guys have a nice little star-studded guest. What's it like stepping into a new spotlight while you're playing and having a podcast like the Truss Levelz podcast?
I mean, when you're kicking it with your boys, there's nothing new. It's not like we're going out of our realm and like talking to, Stephen A. Smith or like some basketball guys or, at this point, it's just like what we're doing here. We're just kicking it with people that we know on and off the field. So it's not like awkward vibes, like trying to figure out who we are, give you like some straight laced story. I'm kicking it. I'm relaxed. Like it's all just fresh vibes, especially when you talk about me and Mark, who, played our first 8 years together. I lived in his house, the first like 3 weeks of my career in New Orleans because it was a lockout year and I didn't have a spot in New Orleans.
Yeah.
And he was already training out here. So I like bummed on this couch for 3 weeks.
Yeah.
That doesn't bring anybody closer. I don't know what will.
No question.
Hey, that's true.
Hey, bumming on a couch goes a long ways. I tell you what, so what made you guys want to do the podcast now? Because I want to rewind once again to about a year and a half ago. There was no active football players doing a podcast. And then 2 brave men bought a bus and decided to start their own podcast. Active football players now there's as far to go as several, which anybody who looks that up is more than 3.
If you're going by the standards when we kind of sit back and look, you got Truss Levelz and Bussin to where we feel like
the McCoy twins also have their podcast too. And
yeah, they do, but they stopped during this. They're not doing it during the season. That's what I respect about the Truss Levelz is they're still dropping one a week. They're doing it in season, and the other ones like Russell, I want to say Kirk might have a podcast, but they're under their umbrella of the organization. Yeah. They're like doing it with the organization.
And people do that all the time. I don't know if the Saints do that, but the Titans used to have like a radio show. They do like a 1 hour thing. It's like
once a week.
Yeah, and they're asking you questions, and it's kind of cheesy. Right. And you're sitting there. The Titans did that. I did that my second year, and I love this because it's more raw, it's more real, and you get to see different vibes of just this guy with a helmet on who's dominant pass rusher. You get to see more of his personality too, and it's very cool that you guys are now on different teams, still doing the same thing. But I'm sure a lot of courage to start this thing did come because of the 2 brave men, Will Compton and Taylor Lewan, starting their own podcast.
No doubt. I would say, we definitely know about the Bussin boys, but we also, look at like, Chris Long's green light situation.
Yeah.
There was
former player.
Right. And then, but we really, this off season, COVID, we were just sitting back and, we always, you have so much time to sit in the house and, I got 3 kids at the house. I'm like, I got to do something else.
Yeah.
Like what else?
Hey,
what
yeah.
else can we do?
Hey,
like,
3 kids is a lot.
And 3 kids is a hell of a lot.
Yeah.
And then, so it was just like, I started up like Cam's Corner on some IG Live, just chilling type stuff.
Yeah.
Like, I was just calling friends around the league from Calais Campbell to, Keenan Allen to Marv Jones, Brandon Cooks, guys you play with in college or whatever. And I was like, this is sort of fun, let's invite somebody else. Like, let me get my dog involved. And who else would be better than somebody that, you know, we've traveled around the world together with, partied around the world, played football with, won, you know, gone to the playoffs multiple times with. So I was like, you know, bring it in. And then sort of just went in there. You know, I'm Levelz after every sack, and he became, you know, he big Truss, so it was just a no-brainer. We snapped that thing up.
So that's why it's called Truss Levelz, because he's big Truss and you do the levels. You do the levels after the sack.
And I'm Levelz. Hey, 1 + 1 is 2, baby. You know, it makes it easy.
That is good math. Hey, you've done it.
You've done it. That's how it came about. Is you doing IG lives and during quarantine, and then you're like, yo, let's put together a pod.
Flip it. Yeah, flip it. Let's have some real fun with it. Like, instead of doing these 5-10 minute, you know, 15-minute sessions, like, we can really show our followers, between me and him, you know, whatever it is on the gram. I was like, we could turn this into something, and then pitched it, sold it, you know.
So you pitch it to Players Tribune? Sorry, my bad.
No, you do whatever you want, baby. It's our podcast.
Yeah, I know. I sit there.
I'll tell you what, it's impressive to see, because I think a lot of people, I think LeBron James talks about all the time, just play basketball comments and stuff, like not being able to diversify yourself and kind of put yourself out there. That's been something in the past. You hear the old heads, the guys that played 10, 15 years before us, like, we stayed in our lanes back in the day, and we made sure that, you know, offensive linemen were just offensive linemen and ho-hum guys, and defense linemen just did this, blah, blah, blah. It's really cool to see that dudes are evolving and now showing their personalities and showing younger kids that it's cool, it's okay to be your own person. And I think that's a huge thing. Is that's the biggest issue I had with football, or have with football, is so many times they try to put you in the box. Like, you got to act a certain way. You got to be this type of guy, when you can be whoever you want, as long as you produce, and, you know, then you're gonna have the opportunity to do stuff like this.
Even on the football field, you know, they try and put you in a single box. They tell you you're a 4 technique or a 3 technique or a 5, or it's primarily a 5. And it's like, until you prove that you can do more, they just try and relegate you to one spot. You know, it's like that you're the left tackle, but they tell you, like, you can't pull sometimes. Like, you're not the preferential pulling tackle. Like, you know, they're always going to try and put you in the box, but it's up to us to, you know, see how we see ourselves.
Right. And
if you decide to be relegated into a box, that's on you. That just means, you know, you decided to let your alpha chill out. Or sometimes you got to alpha out, bro.
So, hey, that's the best way to get noticed, is just to become an alpha. That's for damn sure. And you've definitely done that, dude. We're definitely happy to have you on the podcast. We appreciate it. Hey, the boys are always willing to go on Truss Levelz.
Dude, hey, when we're in the off-season camp, we got to figure out a way to collaborate or do something, because we got to blow it up that we're carrying the torch for everybody else who's going to come into this podcast world with us.
Hey, I promise you, hey, when we kick off this, you know, the next season, and we're going to be calling y'all up. Sometime this off-season, you know, when we're quote unquote, you know, ain't got much going on. It's gonna go on.
I love it.
He said, "Oh, it's gonna go on." Hang on, before we let you go, have you had any stress with doing the podcast? Have you learned anything about, like, hey, it's a little different than what I thought it might be?
I mean, IG Live was simple because it was on my time. I was like, yo, every Wednesday around 5 o'clock, I'm gonna hop on and call a friend. You know, podcast is like, after we record it, it's like, hey, bro, I'm gonna send you this clip. If you like it, you know, let me know what you don't like.
Yeah. Most guys
are like, yeah, man, like, it's love. Like, you know what I'm saying? I trust you. And then you have like 1 or 2 guys like, I didn't like this part. All right, let me go talk to him and try and
yeah. Yes.
That's hilarious.
That's awesome.
You know, you got an hour worth of material that cuts down to 40 minutes. You're like, but some of this, like, the other 20 is the fire part. Don't cut out.
Right.
Like, that's the shit that people want to talk about, but you don't want to talk about it, so it's out. It's
no doubt. Hey, sometimes ours run like an hour and a half.
Yeah.
Sometimes ours are way too long.
Yeah.
So
that's what I'm saying. Hey, that's part of the big trust levels, though. You got to have big trust to get to the levels of that.
Whoop, whoop. Hey, just sit here, start acting like.
Hey, chill.
You know, look, now you know me and you from Arizona, so
gotta love that.
Hey, big confidence swinging, like, oh yeah, we're blue state. And I'm sure Taylor's like, oh, somehow we became a blue state.
I'll tell you what, dude. I think everything in life needs checks and balances, and that's what our government's made on. Blue president, red Senate. I'm happy. Keep the taxes a little lower. If that's all good, I'm all good.
Was Drew Brees upset?
Yeah, was Drew Brees upset?
We no longer have to, like, you know, worry about who's tweeting what at 2:00 in the morning.
No doubt.
Just like, oh, we have a president now. Like,
yeah,
it's pretty bad when other countries are celebrating us having a new president.
No question.
Right.
No question.
Right.
I'll tell you what. Some people don't think it's over though. Some people think we'd never want to get into politics around, but some Some dudes think shit's going down. I'm about done with this line.
No, I'm like sinking back. Like,
oh shit, here we go. Growing up in Arizona, though, you never would have thought it would have been a swing state. We were always red, always. And now,
the last 24 years.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
Unbelievable. So
I feel like my vote actually mattered. I'm over here walking around big chest around the locker room like, what's up, fellas? Yeah, I voted.
Yeah.
Hey, with stickers all over you and stuff. Yeah, I voted.
Saving them. Are you registered in Arizona?
You know which way Arizona swung, you know?
Yeah, I did that.
Oh, no doubt. Well, fuck. That's about as far as I'm willing to toe the line of politics. I'm fucking, that's it right there. That's done.
No
done
doubt.
with that.
I understand.
Hey, we know you got to get to meetings. We genuinely appreciate you coming on the bus right after practice. Like I texted yesterday, I love your commitment. Much appreciated coming on the bus, wrapping it up with the boys, kicking it with the boys. Go enjoy your meetings. Good luck. Who do you guys play this weekend?
The Niners.
All right. Hey, take care.
Is Trent Williams playing?
I'm not even going to talk about it. Just we're going to focus on what we can control.
There you go.
I love it. Is Trent Williams playing?
I believe so.
I think he's been out the last couple weeks.
Has he?
Yeah, he was out. He was out a couple weeks. I don't know when he was. He's my favorite tackle in the league to watch. I love that dude. He's a stud. So athletic, so strong.
I was like, he definitely believes he's a mauler, and I'm like, but you're sort of finesse guy. But you know,
hey, you can be both.
That's what they say. That's what they say.
If you're athletic enough, you can be both.
Cam will find out. Cam gets to find out. Trent gets to find out. Cam gets to find out.
Cam plays more in the right tackle. He's gonna get McGlinchey. White guy.
Yeah.
Did Cam get you at all? Did Cam get you at all last year?
No, Cam didn't get me. Cam went over one time. He caught that reach block one time, and that was it. Yeah.
Hey, DeMario.
DeMario got my ass last year.
Tannehill under pressure. Down he goes. That's the.
He depleted me, bro. I don't know why you always bring that shit up with.
I don't.
He was in the Saints for 46 hours, and he's fucking every time the Saints comes, like my fucking boys out there. This shit,
it's rolling.
I'll tell you what. Fuck this. I'm done with the podcast, dude. Yeah, no. Demar, tell Demar I said what's up, and I can't wait to play you guys again because he definitely fucking depleted me, and that was not tight at all. That was not fun to be a part of.
I get you back.
I'm gonna get his ass back. There's no question about it. He's a good player, though.
Absolutely, bro. Like, you know, you got to keep your hits and keep on rolling. It's not a, what coach say? It's not a crime to get put on the ground. It's a crime to stay on the ground.
No question.
So, you know,
that's why you do bench press to get yourself up as fast as you can. Push yourself up. Get out of
there. Hey, real quick, and then hit that Marshawn Lynch mentality. You know, I'm gonna get got, but I'm gonna give more than I got.
That's right. That's right.
Appreciate you, Cam.
Yeah, brother. Y'all take it easy.
See ya.
I see you, bro.
I used to see that boy coming up with the fucking blue state. I'm like, hey, whoa.
Hey,
checks and balances.
And he goes, I know, Taylor probably like, yeah, when we sing blue, I'm like, oh shit.
I kind of was.
Let's just start beads, beads coming down. Yeah. You're like, checks and balances, 50 on like, hey, what Drew Brees think? No one, you heard the joke. He didn't hear the joke. That would have been a solid one.
That would have been a solid one. Hey, that was solid. I like that. I like the Zoom thing. That's fucking easy too. We just read off the damn thing.
Yeah, that was good, bro.
Yeah.
Guys, gals, people of all ages, appreciate you so much for tuning in to another episode of Bussin' with the Boys. If you haven't yet, please subscribe to the episode on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, whatever platform you're on. We're on there. We have a YouTube channel, Bussin' with the Boys. We would love if you subscribe there as well. If you are subscribed and you want to be more for the boys, unsubscribe and resubscribe again. It sounds funny and stupid and kind of obnoxious, but all of your subscriptions and resubscribing and stuff, it helps in these little algorithm games for climbing charts because, again, we are very organic. You guys, where we're at is because of you guys. So we like to keep it fucking organic and just from us, dude, us versus the world. But we really do. We really appreciate your guys' support. A few of you had questions about merchandise. You can go, our merchandise store is on barstoolsports.com. Go over to shop, and we are under the brand Bussin' with the Boys. You can find all of our gear there. We restock constantly now. If you guys have any ideas, shout us out. If you guys buy the gear, shout us out. We really do love when you guys talk back to us, add us, mention us, put us on your stories, tag us, all that fun stuff. We like grabbing that stuff and putting it on our YouTube episodes. And again, we just love it, man. We love you guys. We appreciate you so much. Keep being for the fucking boys. Keep being a wolf. The biggest of hugs and tiniest of kisses. We love you. We appreciate you. Tune in next week for another episode of Bussin' with the Boys.